How's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we're about to break down Nvidia, go over the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, and I want to go over some other stocks, the indexes, what I'm looking to do there. But first, of course, guys, come on, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Join my free email stock newsletter and my Patreon if you guys want to be a part of the Discord chat, my portfolio, which I'm building my portfolio on Patreon with thousands of dollars a month. If you guys want to be a part of it, which I just posted an update earlier today, check out the links down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So guys, Nvidia right now, when I'm making this video at about 1:30 p.m. East Coast time, is up around 1% when the entire market is down, except for the NASDAQ, which is barely up about 0.2%, just under 0.25%. So indexes right now, guys, are not looking hot. The Dow's down 0.25%, Russell the same, S&P 0.1%, the VIX is up 3%. So it's not the best day for the overall market, but Nvidia stock's up 1%. And we're pushing 175, over 175 right now. And it looks like we have an ascending triangle within the ascending triangle. Let me show you guys what I'm seeing right now. So on the intraday chart here, as I'm making this video, and granted, you're watching it probably right after the bell, but as of now, when I'm making this video, we have an ascending triangle on the intraday. Higher lows are being made, clear as day, right? You guys see that. And clearly, we've had resistance at about 175, 175.50 throughout the day. You're noticing that. And if I pull up, let's say this 30-minute chart, guess what? You're noticing an even bigger ascending triangle, which we've covered time and time again. Well, maybe not time and time again, but in the recent Nvidia updates, we haven't done many. I think a couple over the last week or two. But in the most recent update, we outlined this triangle. And guys, it looks better than ever. It looks like it's about to play out. What more could you ask for? We have the higher lows being made on the intraday, small ascending triangle on the intraday, and then on the 30-minute, you're seeing it as well. Higher lows into this 174, 175 resistance, which if we're able to get out of there, guys, which it looks like we are. We're slowly peaking out as of today. Great sign. If we're fully able to get out of here, guys, this triangle could really start to play out. And by that, I mean, 180 plus is where we could be going on Nvidia, which is insane. If you guys have been watching my channel for a year, right, or even 6 to 9 months, you probably remember at the end of last year, 2024, before the trade war, before Trump got into office, right? I was saying Nvidia, my price target is $185 for 2025. That was my target before the trade war, Trump, all that. And once Trump got in, right, markets went up a little bit, but then we got, obviously, the big dump, the trade war. Nvidia got down to $83. When that happened, I adjusted my price target. I think I brought it down to like 170. It was 165 or 175. I forget exactly what it was, but I adjusted it down after, Liberation Day, if you will, right? And man, I don't want to say I'm surprised, but I am. It's crazy. We'll say that. It's crazy how it's not even August yet. We still have 4 or 5 whatever months left in this year. It's not even August yet, and we're already at pretty much my original price target before the crash. You know what I mean? Or before we got the trade war. All that stuff. So it's wild how much Nvidia has gone up. Again, my original target was 185. I adjusted it down, and now we're almost to 185, and it's not even August. It's wild, and I say all that to say this. We might be going to 185 sooner rather than later if we're able to get this triangle to play out, and if the big tech earnings this week go well. That's what, honestly, it's coming down to. Really, it's all coming down to the hyperscalers when it comes to, obviously, the overall market. but Nvidia stock in the short term as well. If they crush earnings, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Apple, right? I think Nvidia is going higher. I think we might be touching 180, 185. And that after that, I mean, we're going to be due for a massive pullback. I'll be the first to tell you. I think we'll be due for a big pullback at that point. I might even consider trimming some of my position. Yes, I know it might sound crazy, but I might do that. I might just do that if Nvidia runs another $5, $10. Because again, at that point, I would be bracing not for a crash, not for, a Great Depression level dump, but I would be bracing for at least a 10, 15% drawdown if we were to go to 180, 185. Heck, you could even make that argument here. You can make that argument that Nvidia needs a 10, 15% pullback now. You know what I mean? And let's say we were to pull down 10% from 175. Where would that bring us to? Well, it's not that crazy. It would bring us down to 160. I mean, we were just there like yesterday. You know what I mean, guys? So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But again, it comes down to the hyperscalers. I'm thinking we get great numbers out of them this week, kind of like what we did from Alphabet last week. If that trend continues here with the other four that are coming up this week, I think Nvidia is going to be handsomely rewarded. Let's just say that. And you could argue, okay, maybe some of this is already priced into the stock. You can make that argument, but I don't think it is fully, at least. In terms of these hyperscalers, kind of what they're anticipating. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good news from them. If not, this could easily go the other direction. But we'll see, guys. Nvidia, I'm pumped. I'm long. I bought the dip like a madman. I owned it heading into the dip, but I just pretty much doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on the dip back in April. And I'm super happy I did that because I was confident that this was going to happen, this type of turnaround. And I didn't know how fast it was going to happen, but here we are. We're up back to the 170. Well, not back to the 170s for the first time. And I think we could be going higher. 180s plus could be around the corner. So that's Nvidia. AMD is continuing to move, which is insane. AMD's up another 4% today, and I trimmed some. The crazy thing is I trimmed some on Friday, thinking it was too overbought on Friday, and here we are, another 4%. And we're even more overbought now. It's crazy. So AMD is reporting earnings on, I think they're on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th of August after the bell. So they're next week. And AMD, let's keep it real, man. It's overbought. It's way overbought heading into earnings. And I think we could be due for a pullback. This is how overbought it is. I think we're going to get a pullback before the earnings. Kind of similar to what we got here. You guys can see last time, 2 times ago, we got overbought. We got to 148, saw a drawdown of 134. Then we popped all the way to 163, saw a drawdown to about 152. So we draw down about $10, $10 to $12, $13. The last 2 pullbacks. So let's say we, pop up to 175, 80, even 180, let's say, and we drew down to like 160. That would be completely healthy, even if it came down to 155, right? So I think AMD is a bit too hot here. I'm still sticking to that. That's why I trimmed on Friday. And heck, if this thing somehow goes to like 190, 200, I might be out of this stock completely. To be honest, man, that'd be a quick like 80% gain for me, considering I was buying this dip. My average cost is like 110 to 115. I'd be happy to sell this near $200, and making a quick profit like that over a couple of months. I'll be happy to do that. But until then, guys, I'm just holding on to AMD, holding on to Nvidia. Obviously, if I had to sell one of them, it would be AMD 100 times over. I have way more. I have conviction in both of them, but I think Nvidia is obviously the better name here. But I think they both have, a lot of potential. And the stock price has shown that over the last couple of months. But if I had to sell one again, it would be AMD. But I own both of them now, guys. And granted, my Nvidia position is a lot bigger than my AMD position. So clearly, I'm more of an Nvidia guy. Pretty much everybody is, right? But I own them both. And again, if AMD were to somehow get the $200 soon, I'm probably out of this one, guys. And that's it. Nobody ever went broke. Locking in profits, as they say, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join my free email stock newsletter if you guys want, and check out my Patreon for my real-time portfolio updates. All the links are right down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.